Cross into the realm of the Shadowlands. I shall deliver you to your
Surprise.
death.
These are sacred halls! Your intrusion will be met with death!
Another chance to test my... Are you up to the challenge? I will not hold back.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles. Like you.
Down.
I have many lucky doos. You like?
Naxanar was merely a setback.
Good fortune to our friends.
Valinar will have his vengeance.
Let us see how you fare when your world is turned upside down.
I look like my mage.
Oh, Tay, can I get some weapon enchants?
Which ones do you need?
Versatile navigation and the mastery navigation. I think that's the other.
Just come up. Are you here?
I'm here. I'm just trying to find you. Oh, there you are.
I'm a blood elf.
You all look the same.
Which one?
He's looking for a cow, and you weren't a cow.
Can this one be versatile navigation?
Mm-hmm. This is
yes,
mastery.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hmm. Satyr, you're an orc.
Still purple though.
Look at me. I look like my mage, don't I? I think I used to make my way mage
You
with
do
this
look
exact,
exactly
this
like
exact
your mage.
transmog.
What are those shoulders, Tay?
I mean, I have them on my clothies.
Can we get a summon stone up for Brasmus? That should be everyone, right? Nobody else missing?
Oh, thanks, Lura-san.
You better to just keep them on you.
I have 11 of the new ones right now. I need to go make some crates and vacuum up some minnows.
Yeah, I got plenty of minnows. I need to catch the Nostatar. I have a fair number of crates.
Everyone's here. I guess we go through that portal on the other side.
I just tried to blink. I need to click this off.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles.
God damn it. Stop going through that on your mount.
Yeah, I can repair at least.
We're
I'm like the cool version of Upper Decker right now.
Oh,
so much.
So you mean? you mean just? Look, you have a dress on.
Yes. You sound like you don't have a good response, Upper Decker.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, that's it. You all have to duel each other. Let's go. Best transmog duel.
It's Trial of Style with real people.
I wish you could do like Trial of Style like
PvP
with
trial.
like a raid group. You know what I mean? like out here and not just when the event.
Okay.
It should be a toy.
Shuffled the groups around, so we're gonna try to stagger, have one group get their debuffs all at the same time to recharge the wards. So your goal is you want to pick up 4-ish stacks and then not get any more until your stacks fall off, right? So you don't want to get one and then like wait a couple minutes or like wait a minute and then get another one, right? You want to get them all at once and drop them all at once so that you maximize the number of stacks that you are processing at any given time. So we're gonna do, if you subtract out the tanks, then we'll do 4, 4, or 5, 5, and we'll do one group at a time.
So we're only getting 4 stacks at a time? I was getting like 7.
Just grab 4 stacks at a time. I don't know how it's gonna scale. So the guides say that it scales, the amount of energy that one person restores per stack scales with the number of people in the group, which makes sense, but I don't know what that number is. So we're just gonna kind of wing it at first and see if like all 4 people in group 1 getting 4 stacks each, how much that recharges a given ward. So I think we'll wait until like see how fast it's dropping. Maybe wait till it's at like 50% and see how much it charges it. But you want to have people start getting stacks as early as possible so that they fall off earlier and you're able to get more stacks processed over the course of the fight, right?
So basically, as soon as a ward starts losing things, if you're in group 1, you want to run over there and start taking.
You want to wait until it's reached a certain point where we say, okay, group 1 grab stacks, then all of us step in there at the same time, grab 4 at once. So what you don't want to do is be standing on top of a ward because it's like, oh, it's my turn to get stacks. I'm just going to stand on the ward and get them as they come, because then you'll like get one and it'll wait a couple seconds and then you'll like get another one. And so you'll be gaining them over a longer period of time, which you don't want to do. You want to get them all at once.
Okay.
I have a question. I have finally figured out what those things actually are, but the yellow things on the rim of the ward, if it has more yellow things, does that mean it is more charged or more
It should be the yellow things. I think when they're full, it means it's charged.
Okay, so
but I haven't been paying that much attention to it. But on the top right, you have that
the wards. Lots of yellow is good. Not much yellow means you got to.
Yes, and then the middle one, later when she turns the middle one into the evil ward, that one will be purple, I think, and that one you want to keep low. So you're
that low by also going
you step
on
in it, yeah, same thing. So it just drains power instead of giving it. So we'll probably say like, oh, group 1 step in, the ward next to her, or like group 3 step in the center ward, or something, right? And then you'll all run in there, grab 4 stacks, and then it'll stay on you for 1:48. So we're just gonna, ideally we want to kind of like cycling through each group at any given time so that if there's 4 groups, right, and it's 108 seconds, then every 27 seconds, does that work out math-wise?
Math checks out.
Every 27 seconds, one group gets some stacks.
Yeah, I like the idea of marking the words with color.
Yeah, we'll put color markers on them.
What do you grab to move the little mini ward thing? Right now it's like overlapping with my mini map.
I have no idea.
You can use move anything. I have to remember what the name of the thing is. It's like a weird name. It's like alt power bars.
I think I have move anything.
Yeah, move anything's a bit broken right now. I'll just be aware.
Oh yeah.
Does everybody have a Vantis rune?
I do not.
I still have one. If you open trade with Melissa.
Rira? No, never mind. That's
Yes.
not right anyway. No, I thought it was something. It was something toggle to something else. I can't actually get on LVUI. No, yes, I was. Okay, it's called
it's UI widget below
minimap.
UI glow minimap?
No, UI widget below minimap container is listed on mine. I mean,
I can
just
just
go over
toggle
what it is.
anchors, right?
Yeah, toggle anchors.
Oh, I see it. Yes, thank you. Perfect.
So it's sometimes hard to tell which one is which when you're spinning around in the fight. The only other thing is we were having some trouble with the arcane explosion debuff later in later phases. Which phase was that?
So the bottom one is the console one.
The bottom one is the console one.
Yep. And then when they're active, they have their little insignias that match the little ones on that.
Okay, so starting in stage 2, it looks like. As soon as Ashara becomes active, basically, she's always doing it. Arcane detonation. That one, you need to be out of line of sight of as many people as possible when it goes. Oh no, arcane burst. Never mind. Detonation, you can't do anything about. That's the one that you run away from her. She does it, and you try to line of sight away from her. But the burst is the dispellable debuff that goes off after 30 seconds, and it does damage to people in line of sight, which isn't a huge deal. But if it hits her, then she puts out more of them on each subsequent, cast of it. So we want to not have them hit her. That's more important than avoiding other people. So let's what the good people were doing was having a stack point where you could take them and then a healer would stand there and dispel it off of you. We can probably call out, we can use these pillars with the faces on them or the console, and depending on where she's standing, we'll just say run behind this console or run behind the red pillar or the blue pillar or whatever, and dispel it. But you can just, as long as you're out of, when it goes off, when it expires, it'll also explode. So as long as you're out of line of sight when that happens, it's fine, it seems. But intermissions we seem fine. We were dying when the ads came out. When the caster ad started draining the thing and we had the Myrmidon with the spear. So what we're going to do when that happens is the tanks are going to take the Myrmidon and Ashara next to one of the casters, and that's the one we're going to focus down and try to get the spear through and everything, all that business, and interrupt and everything. We're going to just try ignoring the other one and see if we can just burn it down fast enough to where we don't have to worry about the ward draining that much. And then the only other thing is the spear. I misunderstood what the mechanic actually does, but if you read the description, it's like it goes until it hits something, it like explodes for 100 yards around the target or whatever where it lands. Basically, whenever it hits a wall or a static object, it will explode and deal damage. So for example, if we're standing in the room and it goes through you and then it hits one of the face pillars or the console, it will damage everybody in the room. But if you point it outside into the ocean, basically out of this bubble that we're standing in, it flies off, a million miles away and then explodes and doesn't do any damage. So your goal, when you're not trying to, get it through a sorceress or a Myrmidon in that one phase where it's relevant, you always want to point it out of the bubble.
It basically only does that so you can't line of sight it. If you try to line of sight it around a pillar, it'll fucking explode.
It'll hit the pillar and then hurt everyone else. Okay, let's give it a few pulls. I think we were doing okay until that ad phase at the end, so let's see how well we do. Maybe the ward draining rate in normal is not that big and we don't even have to deal with.
Hold on, I gotta change my talents.
Do we want to put a marker on this?
Oh my god, I do too.
Marker on what?
The central ward.
Oh, sure.
Are we gonna use the AoE thing to melt the ads, or are we seeing them?
So when the ads spawn and run to the middle, the little guys, you want to just have your AoE stuns and stuff in the middle and try to burn them down. And then the big guy, I will try to hammer justice when he runs to, when he's like on his way to a ward or about to reach a ward.
If you see the middle ward go up, call it out, because I don't notice when that happens, and then I accidentally ran into it last time. No,
It's I think whenever a Shar is active, it becomes active.
Is it? Okay. There's just so many phases and so much stuff going on.
Yeah, it's a really long fight. All right, we're ready. We don't need a pull timer for this, right?
I mean, I don't know when you actually go into combat, so maybe.
Does everybody have a Vantis rune?
5.
Like, do you get in combat as soon as the console gets hit?
2.
We'll find out.
1.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, you do. As soon as the console starts.
So 4 people don't have Mantis runes.
I didn't get one.
You're all bad and you should feel bad.
Nobody gave me one.
We told you to
You need
open
to pay attention.
trade.
I
Like
was
900 times.
wasn't here until the very until like 5 minutes.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, never heard anyone say anything.
It was in raid chat because
There's
JK
the
was
spear.
explaining things.
There is no power I cannot defile.
So the console ward is draining. We're gonna wait till it gets to about 50%. Group 1, get ready to soak it.
You are mine.
Do we want this guy to break it?
I'm becking. Ugh.
Gotta kill this Hulk.
I'm in a bubble.
Everybody's gotta be on it.
Are we not gonna kill the Hulk? I guess not.
Go ahead and kill the Hulk.
I mean,
We gotta
can you
soak.
destroy the
That's a
whole
bad
thing?
overlap.
You just switch to the Hulk right away.
All right.
He was out for like 9 years.
Can you guys get me out of this stupid orb?
Yeah, go break that thing. Crushing depths. Yeah, it looks like one person doesn't soak that much, so
There is no power.
we're just experimenting. Group 2, go ahead and soak the ward next to the console. Pick up like 4 stacks.
We don't want them dying that far apart, do we?
Oh, he's a big boy now.
There's a crusher. He's heading towards the ward. Burn the crusher. Group 2, you should be picking up stacks on the console ward. Group 3, oh, here comes Decrease. We'll do it later.
What do I do with this? I literally don't know. Am I supposed to do something?
Check what debuff you have, and I'll tell you what to do.
I don't know.
Thanks.
Alright, Group 3, you're gonna do the green ward. So go, Group 3, go grab 4 stacks from the green ward. And Group 4, get ready to get in the red ward that Ashara is next to right. Because she's going to continuously drain it, basically. Group 4, just step in now.
How
Step
many
in the
stacks
red ward. Grab 4 stacks.
Ads.
Little ads are coming. Get ready to AoE stun and stuff. And slow them, grip them, root them.
Another heart soon to be broken. You're disappointing.
Beckon, run away from her. Get ready to break people out when they get bubbled by the back. Alright, now we run behind the pillar. How are the wards doing? Alright, Group 1, when your stacks fall off, go ahead and soak the red.
Big ad.
switch to the Indomitable. You want to be killing it.
Group 2 stacks should be off.
Yep. Group 2, go ahead and stack. Do the red ward again. If you have Arcane Burst, you run away. Oh, did it just get dispelled immediately?
Yep.
No, I'm over here hanging out. It's cool.
Are we not supposed? Should we dispel him or not?
It says line of sight, so I mean.
Yeah, the arcane one. If you're line of sight, you can dispel it.
Not before.
Well, I can't.
Group 3, go ahead and soak red ward next to her. Grab 4 stacks.
There's only 3 of us left, and
That's fine.
I can't. So.
Pressure surge. Pressure surge. From darkness.
Are there another set of ads coming or not?
Pressure surge.
I don't see any. Alright, another transition. Oh, did we lose one?
Yeah, we lost it.
Okay.
Red went down.
I can't heal Melissa.
Azara is drawing upon the heart of Azeroth, feeding its energies into her ritual. Pressure surge. You've only just come to this realization. Pressure surge. First, pressure surge. Pressure surge. Champions. Pressure surge.
Don't you
Pressure surge.
heroes? Every
Pressure
move
surge.
you've made has been according
Pressure
to
surge.
my will.
Pressure surge.
That lumbering
Pressure surge.
dwarf believed you could
Pressure
save
surge.
Azeroth by empowering
Pressure
your
surge.
shining
The
mind.
pressure surge was damaging everyone.
Pressure surge.
Go ahead and
ladies,
die. Let's try again. We're gonna start the ward empowering. Definitely. You don't do that much energy to it from soaking, so we can just start her.
Pressure surge.
But the staggering seemed okay.
Pressure surge. Pressure surge. Pressure surge. Pressure surge. Pressure surge.
Standing in a ward is the best way to die.
The
Pressure
Black
surge.
Empire rises.
Pressure surge.
And the world awaits
Pressure
its
surge.
true queen.
Pressure surge. Pressure surge.
There will be no coronation
Pressure
this
surge.
day.
He was wrong. You have proven yourselves unworthy.
You can repair out here if you want.
I don't know anything about the decrees. I realize.
Hold on.
Is there? Are
I hate
people
that you have
supposed
to
to be?
hover over your debuff to figure out what it is.
I mean,
DBM tells you. what
DBM
it
should
is.
tell you, and there's visual indicators too.
Maybe my DBM isn't updated because it did not tell me.
And there's a couple of good goals for it.
Yeah, make sure you have something that tells you what to do. Basically, you either have to soak an orb, not soak an orb.
I know what the Soaken Orb one looks like now because I got it both times, but
I got one for group up, and I didn't see any big group together.
You just have to be with at least one other person, and that person,
I
as
got
long
with
as that
Fireball,
person,
and he died right away.
as long as that person doesn't have the stand by yourself one, because then you'll kill them.
Yeah.
Okay,
There
so
are a couple of complicated ones where you have to soak an orb and either solo or group soak it.
You should only get
That's
one
annoying
though on
heroic.
normal.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's always, yeah, you always have exactly one thing to do.
Okay.
Are you putting down crappy food?
Just give me a sec, guys.
make sure you get a Vantis rune if you don't have one.
Who has them?
I'm out of them.
Someone open trade with me. Who has one?
T-Mac, who's not in the area right now.
Can we get a summon stone up, please?
Hi, Rare Morso. I don't think we've met. Is Larissa?
I don't think he's in there.
He's not in. It's Martin. He's not in.
He's too
He
cool
goes-
for us.
He goes by
You can
Jerkin.
Boo, Martin.
So that time, yeah, we're gonna soak a little earlier. Maybe when it's like a quarter down, we'll start soaking. But the staggering seemed to work pretty well. So as soon as we needed another group to start soaking, another group became free. But just make sure you're doing it when your group's turn is, so that you don't get all off timing.
You guys saw me back. Sorry.
Yeah, we're good.
What do you want to do about the ad that's caster ad that we're not trying to burn down? Do we want
The one that we're not burning, we're gonna just try ignoring it. If you can get a range interrupt on it, that's great. But it's been more important to just kill the one that we're trying to kill.
Okay.
I'm gonna reload 1 sec so that my DPM's updated.
Okay. And let's not dispel the arcane, whatever it's called. Arcane burst. We want to dispel that only when the person who has it is out of line of sight of the boss, or you can just let it expire naturally after 30 seconds. It'll like do some damage, but I don't think that's been a huge deal. And if that person's out of line of sight anyway, then it's not doing damage to people.
Do you need to be out of line of sight the whole time, or just when it expires?
I think it's when it expires.
It's just when it expires.
How do I Vantage rune her?
Just click on her.
You
can
click on her.
Oh, her. Oh, she's over back there. Hey.
Yeah, she's up there floating.
Okay, I'm out now. I don't know if anybody has any left.
How many did you make? 20?
No, yeah, that's true. I was given 20 because I think Upper Decker got him in a box or something.
I got him
right?
some random shit in National.
There's 3 people that
I
don't
don't have any more. I don't have any more.
Suffering and
Here,
Remorse.
So
Give
the
one
people,
to
the
them.
people that had them were me, Melissa, Zephyrs, and Rira. I don't know who has.
I
them
am
left.
out.
So am I.
I'm out.
I'm out as well.
That's not true.
Is that I'm not out?
Did everyone who get one use them? Maybe somebody got them and didn't use it?
V and Suffering, if they didn't get one.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh wait, it says I didn't use them when I did use one.
You did use one. You have one up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm ready. Sorry. Did I eat? Yes. I'm so
Honestly,
confused
I don't
right
think it's
now.
worth pre-potting on this fight because it's so long.
Yeah, the
How,
first
how
phase
long is
probably
the
isn't.
RP?
It's as soon as you click it, you're going to be in combat.
I guess I can use this one that lasts a minute. I might use that.
First
mean,
phase
even
doesn't seem to be a huge race.
Yeah.
It's extra DPS.
Do those 2 ads are supposed to go down at around the same
Yes,
time?
same time.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And the third ad is actually priority over those.
Yes, you always want to kill the Crusher when it comes out first. Yeah, I missed it that time because I was.
He usually comes
charmed or
over to
whatever.
us. That's why I was confused about what was happening.
It'll go to any one of the 3
Gotcha. Okay.
spots.
All right, we'll start.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I call the cursed lovers to enter the stage. Their eyes long for one another,
Cold
yet
blast.
their gaze incurs calamity.
Painful memory.
Be gone from my gaze!
Lightning once. Cold blast.
There is no power I can
All right, she's draining a ward. Which one is it? It's the middle one. Right, group 1, go ahead and soak the blue ward.
It's not
Okay,
middle. It's orange. There's a
Ground pound. Cold blast.
And make sure you kill Crusher.
Ice shard. Lightning horse. Infuriated.
God damn it.
Cold blast. Arcane horse.
Arcane orbs, you gotta soak these.
I'm just gonna die.
Lightning horse.
Breaking you out. There you go.
Cold blast. Long range.
Group 2, go ahead and go soak red.
Lightning horse. Cold blast. Ice shard. Heart.
Get the melee guy down. He's slightly
There
ahead.
is no power
Ankle
I cannot
memories.
defile.
Torment.
Red is full.
Alright, here comes the... Oh, group 3, go ahead and after this intermission, go soak blue. Group 3.
Queen's decree.
Why does it sound like the fucking
Well then, let's scoot a little bit towards the orbs.
THX intro sound?
Alright, group 4, get ready to soak red. Just go ahead and do it now. So group 4 soaks red. Group 1 will be ready to also do red in a little bit.
Ads.
Yep, little ads coming. Make sure you let them all get in the middle and then do their stuns.
Don't push him back.
Sorry,
Like,
yeah, sorry. Well, good idea, but use stuns here if you have them.
Yeah, it's
Arcane
a lot
burst,
better
run
to
that.
not slow them and just
Run that out of line of
together.
sight, and I'll dispel you. Who's got it?
Larissa, I'm at green.
I just got a huge lag spike.
You're green. Hang on, I'm coming. Run out of line of sight. Group 1 and 2, go ahead and get ready to do red. Group 1 should do red first. Pick up 4.
Group 3's got about 10 seconds or so.
At
as
group
well.
2, go ahead and do red as well. And then group 3 do red as soon as it falls off in about 10 seconds.
Indomital's up.
Alright, burn that ad. No. Oh, that empowered
Shall
quite a
take and
bit.
dispel yourself.
Alright, so here come the ads that we try to kill with the spear.
Azara is drawing upon the heart of Azeroth, feeding its energies into her ritual.
You've only just come to this realization. First alchemist indeed.
Alright, where are you taking her?
It'll be green after my thing goes down.
Alright, go burn green.
I had to move away from the Aqueduct.
Group 4, soak the middle one.
Believed you could save Azeroth by empowering your shining little heart. The gift of a
There's
simple
one.
He interrupts. He interrupts.
Interrupt, scar scale.
A titan's heart was exactly what was
Myrmidon's next to her, good.
to heal the world.
Don't accidentally get stacks from it though.
The prison of a god.
Spear, run the spear through scar scale.
Sante Haas.
The diamond can
There's the shield, burn it.
upon. The ritual nears
the spear through her now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
move the
Pants
spear.
run that through so that it goes through Serena. Good job.
Alright, we did it.
Shannon Ward is now.
Alright, group 1. Let's get on the one that
This
Serena's
one's
on.
almost
Group 1.
dying.
Group 2 as well. Get
The
on this
console
one.
one, yeah, the console one is about that. Or it's blue. I don't even know
It's
what that is.
supposed to be that way.
It got switched with the middle one, basically.
So you want us on green then?
So green is the one that's lowest. No, the other one across from it, red. Red is lower.
So group 2 takes stacks from red.
Yeah.
Group 3's ready.
Group 3, go ahead and take them from the one she's near.
Crystalline protection.
So here you run the spear through the venom tongue. If you get it, don't kill the Myrmidon. There's a spear, it's on Rira.
Run it through the Myrmidon, right? Right there?
Run it
No,
through
no,
run
heal.
it through the venom tongue.
The Myrmidon's running around killing healers.
Master, it's your.
Devoted blood spilled freely.
Now you gotta go and make sure it goes straight through the shielded thing.
The song of the deep ring.
Go ahead and wipe. Seem to be going better though. So just stand in a ward and get 10 stacks.
Or the purple.
He was wrong. You have proven yourselves unworthy.
Yeah, so if you get the red arrow over your head, make sure you're in line with the line up the boss and the shield.
Yeah, so the spear comes from the Myrmidon. And so you want the spear to go from the Myrmidon through you and the caster, whichever. The order does not matter. You can hit you first and then the caster, or the caster first and then you. But that line has to go through the caster.
Yeah.
And not the boss.
Myrmidon should, the Myrmidon though will be probably right by the boss.
It should be right by
No.
the boss, yes.
Should be, but it's often it attacks whoever is nearest.
Yeah, you need to misdirect it to us.
It's going to be tough when it first spawns. Basically, you just have to have your trigger finger ready to grab it by any means. And if you're healing, then try to be in a spot where it'll run towards you and the tanks together. But that, when it first spawns and it starts murdering people, that's a kind of a dangerous time.
You were talking about the Myrmidon, right?
The Myrmidon, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll probably run right after a healer when it first spawn.
That's what it
Yep.
did last time.
That's what it did. Yeah.
First time it was on me, and I just ran through the stack, and it ended up where it was supposed to.
Yeah, you just can't be far away and let the natural aggro.
So, if you have the arcane burst debuff, you need to go LOS immediately, and then let the person dispel you. Don't
Yeah.
stand in the middle of the raid and continually damage people.
It seems like it doesn't kill you that fast, so just run, get yourself somewhere safe first, and then call out, I'm behind green pillar or something, and then we can come get you. Yeah, the only other thing was cleaning up the spears, and then the wards. Don't panic when the blue one switches, because that's part of the mechanics. She'll just swap the blue one with a different one, and the same rules apply. So you wanna keep charging the ones that aren't blue, and discharge the one that is blue.
How high are you gonna let the blue one get?
I mean, it just scales with. It just makes her do more damage. So as long as it doesn't kill us, but we generally want to keep it under 50%.
Yeah, it's probably fine for normal.
Yeah, it won't gain that much power unless she's standing next to it, which we generally don't keep her next to it anyway.
Okay, on the spear, we're trying to get the spear to target one of the casters, but generally the raid is all circled around the caster at that point. Do we want to do something like call out spear and tell people to move off to a side.
It's
so they
okay
don't get
if
hit?
if other people in line of the spear accidentally get clipped by it. That doesn't do that much damage.
Okay, because I was saying that, like, 5 or 10 people were going to get clipped out.
Yeah, that's okay. It is better if you move out of the way, but it's not a huge deal.
Get the feast. Doesn't look like a feast.
Ready, sorry.
Alright, starting.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I call the cursed lovers to enter the stage. Their eyes long for one another.
Hold
Yet
flat.
their gaze incurs calamity.
Painful memories.
Be gone from my gaze!
Lightning horse. Hold flat.
That was bad.
Did you stand next to it?
No, it went through you and hit a pillar.
Oh, yeah, that's my bad then. Forgot about.
What's up? I'm stunning it. Switch to the Hulk.
Hold blast. Ice shard. Infuriated. Ground pound.
You are mine.
Alright, group 1, let's soak the console.
God damn it. I can't tell where the damn thing is that's beckoning me.
It's always to
Orbs
the
are
side.
up, let's soak those.
Hold blast.
Gotta break out those crushing depths too.
Lightning horse. Hold blast. Ice shard. Long range.
I need you! Show yourself!
Lightning horse.
Lightning orb.
Cold blast. Torment.
There is no
Alright, get ready for decrees.
I cannot defile.
She's draining a ward. I think it's the red one? Right? No,
Blue.
group 2. Group 2, go to green.
You've grown complacent.
Overzealous
Allow
Hulk.
me to liven the
Queen's
field.
decree.
Oh, there's a Hulk up. You gotta kill it.
Infuriated. Ground pound.
Martin, what is that? Oh, what is it?
It's the macro that you need if you're doing it on like. Yeah.
Alright, group 3, get ready to soak red. Go ahead and do it now. Group 4, you're gonna soak red as well in a little bit.
It's coming.
Little lads, let them get in the middle and then use your stuns and... Burn them.
Another heart soon to be broken.
Arcane bursts are out, get out of line of sight, and then we'll dispel you.
I'll get Larissa.
I'll get Grey Staff.
I'm at green.
Should group 4?
Yes, group 4 should soak red.
Oh, I don't want to be in Ghost Wolf.
Group 1 also be ready to soak red. Let's just do it now, group 1. Alright, group 2, get ready. As soon as you see your stuff drop off group 2, soak red.
The big ad.
Big ad's up. It's way over there. Indomitable. Switch. Make sure it's slowed and stuff.
You can't stun it.
Another heart soon to be broken.
I'm LOS from the boss. Can I get the spell, please?
Where are you?
Behind the pillar, right behind her.
It's
Done.
I got it. I'm done.
From darkness, sirens come forth. Coax the power
Group 3, when your thing falls off, just go do red again.
that bind him. Azara is drawing upon the heart of Azeroth, feeding its energies into her ritual.
You've only just come to this realization.
This orb here needs a soak.
First Arcanist indeed. You see the truth now, don't you, heroes? Every move you
Reading
made
Serena
has
first.
been according to my will. That lumbering dwarf believed you could save Azeroth by empowering
Group 4, get ready to soak
your
red.
little heart. The gift of a sleeping titan.
When your stokes fall off 4, go ahead and soak the red ward.
Titan's heart is exactly what was needed.
This lady's on the back with a shield.
But to shatter the prison of a god.
You'll just have to
Tejas
burn. You can't, it's out of line of sight anyway, just point it out. Here's the shield on Serena.
Has been made a pawn. The ritual nears completion. The Black
Great staff.
Empire
Great staff.
Group 1, pick up red stacks.
I almost did not make that spear.
This day. The Lysra,
Kill Serena.
together we can hold her here.
I have Choice Spear again. Where should I go?
Run it out of the bubble.
Azara,
Line of sight. Also run all the way back here.
Yep, we're going to the console. Run that spear through. Yep, good. And then burn Lady Venom Tongue. And interrupt her.
God damn it.
No, we don't have a spear anymore. Just gotta burn her.
Dispel chaos.
Group 2, let's soak the one that she's on right now, the console.
We got another spear, dude.
Another Myrmidon's up now. Group 3, go ahead and do the console ward. Spears up, run it through Venom Tongue.
I don't see the Myrmidon, so I don't know which direction to shoot it.
He's under the boss.
Grey Staff, it's on you, run it through. Group 4, go ahead and do the console ward again. Burn Venom Tongue, her shield's gone. Another shield. Alright, group 1 and 2, let's get the console ward.
I got 40 seconds still on my
Here,
shot.
run it through.
You caught me off guard. Fair enough. You lose Trantine's eye. This may not be the end for any of us.
Kill Venom Tongue.
Lust for power. The hunger with which you pursue your desires.
Okay.
Kneel before me, and I will bestow talents beyond your wildest
Is there
Group
a group
three.
that can get it?
No, not yet. Group 3 is
I've
about
got
to
10
fall off.
seconds.
Yeah, get
My
the.
stacks is still up. I'm in.
Oh,
Oh, what do I do with the essence?
who knows?
Oh, I am going to die in 40 seconds.
Do DPS.
Oh, you just damaged. Yeah.
Being bad.
Which one do I get? The one that she's at?
Yeah, one she's at.
Should we lust?
Yeah, blowing in bloodlust now.
Farewell.
You
Cruel
did your
world.
good job.
Goodbye, Greystaff.
Miss you.
Gaze upon my beauty.
I think we're
Ouch.
supposed to be hitting the console, but we're not. I was supposed to be doing that. You can get it.
What do we do?
The console gets stacks that we're supposed to be getting rid of, but that we haven't been doing that correctly. You'll get it.
You got a battle res if anyone who can.
Res,
Yeah, battle res
DPS.
Res Rira. Rare Morsel can keep him up. Enchanta.
There's no res out. We need to
Oh.
res somebody. Res the DPS.
I mean, we would be fine either way.
There we go.
I'm gonna waste my rooting power.
Better
on it,
console,
yeah.
not die.
Go ahead and use the console or use some immunities and stuff. I don't know. There's some mechanic to hit the console, but it doesn't seem interactable by me.
Extra action button.
Yeah, you just have to walk towards it.
Let's see. Oh well.
Oh.
So
There's Robert Downey.
close!
All right.
We
Well, that's
weren't. That was with a bunch of dead people, so it's okay.
That was good though.
Sorry about that, guys.
You DC'd.
Oh yeah, you see through most of that. Came back at the end.
We would have won!
That
We have to.
I don't know why I have this mana regen trinket on. There's no.
I mean, what
mana
happened
regen.
that time was that ward died. Nobody it didn't get charged back up, right? That was what killed everyone.
part of
Then
it, yeah.
doing pretty well.
Yeah, once
So
people
we're-
start dying, we lose bodies to charge the wards too, so iffy. But I'll try to do the console better this time because I completely forgot about it. You'll notice there were some beams that were pretty easy to dodge, right? And then there's those void things that you have to not stand in. But I think other than that, it's a pretty simple.
What did she targeted me with something at the very end there that I died to? I don't know. Like, is it something? I didn't know exactly what it was and what I was supposed to do with it. Let me figure
Can we
out
get a
what-
summon stone?
Do you have room for one more? No, no big deal.
What?
What was the question?
Savash wants to come.
Oh. How convenient.
Pressure surge. What is that? What was that?
That's when the ward goes down, it just does damage to everybody
Okay.
forever.
Okay.
So a little better on the spears probably will help us get those ads down. We don't want to go into the last phase with the caster ads up and be getting like the beams and the void zones and all that stuff at the same time.
Oh, can we put down the Jeeves?
Does anybody have a
Thank you.
book I could borrow?
A what?
Just go back.
Oh,
We'll summon you back. Just go ahead and her third teleport, Grace.
You can teleport to Stonard.
I can't find.
I
the
will.
Fucking, is there a? Where is it?
There's a what?
There it is. I can't get it. Oh well. No matter what I do, I can't get it.
Which one you have the Jeeves? No, it's not gettable.
I
Wait,
can
you
get
can
it.
get it. If you like zoom in, then
I
you can
can't.
select it.
He's given
There's
up already.
Feasts,
It's
there's
useless.
feasts.
Just tar
and
Jeeves.
summons.
Stonard's not a rested area.
Oh no, you'll have to go somewhere else.
Poor Grey Staff just porting all over the universe, trying to find a rested area.
Get the fuck away from the Jeeves. Jesus Christ. I hate you people.
Tay, are you
You
cranky?
did- We did
Just
put it right down
charge
next to the food.
Jeeves. Come on.
It's like hard to hit.
Is that the new expression, Jesus Christ?
Oh, so when you get Beckon, do not be in travel form or ghost wolf form.
Yeah, it keeps your movement speed increases, I've noticed. And if you pop it
Oh,
too
it
late to
does?
try to get away, and then it leashes you, and then you start running back at full
Yeah,
speed.
don't
so
even
it's-
risk it. Don't even get into.
That
get away.
sucks.
You can pop it early when you run away, but make sure it falls off by the time you actually get MC.
No. Too risky.
Gammon will save us. Gammon, save us.
Yeah, so the console, whatever it is, the console, it has to be a different player each time because eventually one of the things that it can do is give you this debuff that does a ton of damage to you and it lasts 30 seconds. So if you have the extraction button, we'll just call out. I think it's probably best to have a DPS do it.
Would it be better not to tank the boss by the council in that last phase?
It doesn't make a huge difference. Honestly, it might be better just so people are near it, right?
Well, because it puts those pools down, which means you have to run to it to get close to the console or to. Get
And
close
there's
to the
more
ward.
issues with line of sight with that time, with that too. Because what happens then is like when you start getting those pools, you're gonna try to get in range. You can't get behind the console. You can't.
And the only thing that drains consoles in the last phase is her, right? I think.
Drains wards, you mean? Yes, and
Yes.
also the void zones are going onto range players, so it's wherever you
I
all
see.
are.
But if we can
So
just have her
we'll-
not directly behind the consoles.
Yeah, because
if
then they have to
possible.
kind of run around,
line-
maybe on one of the sides.
Yeah, I was
Is
having,
there-
a lot of LOS problems in last
Is there any reason why we can't just tank her in the middle of the room and have people spread
Sure,
out?
as long as it's not the empowered ward, whatever.
Well, the empowered one we can just drain, right? With people the same as we would with the normal ones charging.
Every video I've seen does not tank her in the middle, so take that with a grain of salt. They always go around the edges.
I think we should just continue doing what we've been doing.
And don't forget to use a battle potion if we get close to the ending.
Or we can, it's the nearest one, so it doesn't have to be right, on the ward, right? It can be, if we're still doing the console ward, or whichever one isn't the empowered one, we can have her a little bit off to the side so that people aren't having so much trouble with LOS. But yeah, we'll just do the console a couple times and it should be okay. We don't have to remove all the stacks, maybe even just half of them is okay. And if you, in the last phase, if you get the thing that Grey Staff got where you get all supercharged and then you die, that's normal. So just make sure you do as much damage as you can before you die.
5.
And probably
4,
take a whole bunch of stacks if you can right before you die.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
I call the cursed lovers to enter the stage.
Free flask if you have it.
Their eyes long
Cold blast.
yet their gaze
Don't tell me what to do, Melissa.
You're not my real mom.
You're not my father or God.
Lightning orbs coming, don't ban them.
Cold blast.
Alright,
There's
I'll go get
spear.
Move out of way.
There is no power I cannot defile.
It's draining the console ward. Group 1, let's do it.
Hulk's out.
Hulk!
And it's the Hulk. Everybody should be on it. Group 1 should be taking stacks.
Cold blast. Ice shard. Infuriated. Ground pound.
Good job.
Mine.
God damn it, I turned it off.
Cold
Break out the beacon people. They're gonna get bubbled.
No, I didn't.
We're safe. Group 2, let's grab. Group 2, let's grab stacks at the console.
Sorry, which one?
At the console. Battle res people.
It must have been fully charged. I got no stack.
That's fine.
They're not very even.
Lightning horse. Torment.
There is no power.
She's draining one. Group 2, get ready to soak. Which one is it?
Red.
Group 2, go soak red. Everyone else get ready to do decrees.
Complacent. Allow me to liven
Queen's
the
decree.
field.
It's taking a long time to come out.
Alright, middle one's active now. Group 3, go ahead and soak red next to her. Group 4, soak red.
Small
It's
adds up.
coming.
Ads are
Little ads. Nice job.
Another heart soon to be broken.
Arcane Burst, tell us where you are.
I am behind green.
Also behind green.
Queen.
I'll get you when I'm off cooldown.
I'm clear.
We need somebody to take the.
Group 1,
Red.
let's get red. After the detonation. Group 1 will get it, and then Group 2 will get it immediately after. Group 2 just go now. We'll just all do it at the same time.
Big adds up. Get it?
Yep, it's way on the other side, near green.
He pretty much always spawns in the same spot. Away from us.
Sirens, come forth.
We're getting the phase transition to the
The power from these
sorceresses.
ancient wards. Rattle the chains that bind him.
Okay, do we have a group available to get?
Group 3 is going to be available soon.
Drawing upon the heart of Azeroth, feeding its energies into her ritual.
You've only just come to this realization. First Arcanist and redeemed.
Which one we getting?
Group 3 are going to get red.
Don't you
Heads up.
Every
You're up. Where are we going?
maid has
Just
a
do
Oh,
red,
it's right here.
Literally right here.
That lumbering dwarf believed you could save Azeroth.
We need interrupts on the
power
app.
in your shining little heart. The gift of a sleeping titan.
Myrmidon's on the
Group
boss.
4, get ready. Go ahead and soak.
If you're not getting healed, you're out of line of sight. So.
Heart was exactly what was needed.
Venom tongue on the console.
For the world, but to shatter the prison of a god.
It's okay.
Such
Just run the spear out.
the diamond
Here comes the shield. Switch to Ashara. Don't kill the Myrmidon.
Attack a shard.
The ritual nears completion. The Black Empire
Run that spear through.
rises, and the world awaits its true
Who's got the spear?
That did not work.
I ran it through the.
This day.
It was on Triera.
It's fine.
Together we can hold her here.
Grey Staff, run it through. Yep, you're in a good.
Know what it means to
You
be
need people
trapped
soak red here.
Yep. Group 1, soak red.
Detonation.
destined to rule. No force can bind me.
Champions, claim victory.
Group 2, soak red too. before we move.
I got static shock.
I'm not gonna make this.
Alright, next time Myrmidon does spear, then we'll be good. Run those out. Melissa, run that through. Good. Now burn her.
What should 3 be soaking when they're available?
Shields back.
The one that she's on right now. Group 3.
Yep, that Myrmidon is my good friend.
Devoted blood spilled freely upon the sand.
Spear. Let's run it through. Good. Now burn her. Let's bloodlust now. Burn her. Burn the venom tongue. Group 4, go ahead and soak the blue next to the con.
Watch out for the blue. Don't stand on the beam.
Yeah, I don't see an action button. There's the over. DPS, just go near it and smack it. You have an extra action button. If you don't have a debuff, go soak blue.
Zoner, go soak.
You not console, so console.
Beyond your wildest imagination. Refuse and be crushed beneath the tides. Choose your fate.
Watch for eye beams.
Stay on target. Stay on
Loosen
target.
up. Loosen up.
I got a cooldown ready, so you can res me.
We'll just pop it.
I got it. I got it.
Alright, good job.
Okay,
Pretty sure that's not how it's supposed to be done, but okay.
Sure it is.
We
It's
did
great.
fine.
Everything was fine.
It's supposed to be done by we kill her.
We release Zoner.
Sutter, you got the cute little pet. I'm so jealous.
Oh boy, I'll totally use it.
Give it to me.
If you want to give it away, many of us will gladly take it.
I know.
Rasmus and Baller got the good trinkets.
Soulbound.
You just use it and then put it in a cage.
Yeah, and then you can give it to anyone.
Oh, there's the cinematic.
Oh,
Here we go.
cutscene.
Oh boy, movies.
Gotta see what happens.
Skipped.
I'm just lagging out. You just skip me. I'm very.
Such cinematic.
I saw this. Where did I see this cutscene?
On the
On
internet.
YouTube?
Oh, fine, whatever.
Why are they walking so slowly?
Because they're creeping up on her in case she's pretending and is gonna yar like in a horror movie.
Because plot.
Uh-oh.
You did it bad.
Mistakes were made.
What's that?
And Zoth.
The eyes have it.
Is that an old gun?
Yes.
Yes. Basically Jar's boyfriend, old guy.
Is it the last old gun then?
He is the last one currently alive, but the idea is I think they're gonna come back. All of them are gonna come back, either in the next expansion or the next.
Who do we talk to get out of here?
Me.
God.
Escape.
I can offer you a portal to
Yeah. No.
Dazzalor, Stoneherd.
Use your good friend the Hearthstone.
Too many exotic locales.
Unfortunately, Old Dalaran is currently not.
Okay, we're just gonna stop, and we're just gonna
What?
do only heroic from now on.
Oh, we just do Smash Paint then.
I guess so. I guess we can. Let's do it. How? So we have to zone out and come back in.
Yeah.
Hearth and take the
Okay.
port.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna switch to heroic. I don't know. I just got the Zuldazar invasion.
Yep. Okay.
It's protecting. It's our top priority.
Oh, that's more important than raid. Yeah.
It's up for 6 hours.
JKM might extend for that long.
So we'll be doing heroic only going forward, and we'll be resetting every week so that people get. And it'll be the same normal pace as usual. I don't think anybody needs anything from normal, right?
Nope.
People were trading their heroic gear already.
We need 2 more of these stupid reliquaries.
What does 36 make? Is that rank?
3.
I think, is it 36 or 27?
36 is what you need for rank 3.
Did you extend? Can I go in? Oh shit! I just did by accident. Why can't I
We
go up these
already
stairs?
did. We don't need to extend.
It shouldn't be extend because we did it on Tuesday.
Yeah, we did on Tuesday.
Oh, well, switched, I guess.
There's no fish here.
We still have to do trash. Yeah.
Martin said, I'll be back. You just need to go AFK.
Just got Azerite power by going back to the fight point.
Are they 3 bosses down on Mythic now? His guild?
They are in Ash doing Ash Phantoms, but I think they do not need him to heal, so he is free. Because they only take in specific healers depending on their needs.
All the pro guilds are 2 and 3 healing. Eshar.
Yep. I think it's hysterical that limit stacked elemental shaman to use Ankh to keep powering the wards, and Blizzard hot fixed Ankh so it doesn't. You don't lose stacks when you.
All those wasted split runs.
Method has it seems like a shit ton of mages.
I thought you said he was gonna be back.
Oh, I saw him go offline, so I kicked him. Oops.
No, that's what Upper Decker said, he was gonna be back.
He will.
We can invite
I mean,
him
you
back.
can always find it back. It's not a big.
Oh, I thought it was gone. It's nice to have people carry us.
I don't think he. I think he didn't do much that time. That particular. Fucking.
I mean, we almost had it the other poll with Upper
Yeah, he
Decker
died early.
disconnected. Like we would have got it with if she was still.
Oh wait, he
Sorry.
went DPS. He wasn't even healing.
Yeah.
anyone.
Yeah.
I don't like that ring.
It looks like only one ring dropped, so you're out of luck.
I was hoping for a fellow cursed lover.
You'll have to wait until
You're your own
kill it on
cursed lover.
heroic, I guess. I don't know. Will the heroic ring deign to accept the love of the normal?
Put the ring on, look at your hand, and say hello, cursed lover.
I mean, I was doing that in real life already anyway.
Whoa. Getting
You gotta
personal.
find someone who's willing to run LFR, because then you'll really know they're a curse.
Okay. Are we got tanks?
We gotta
Are we doing
clear. Which direction is easier to clear?
They're pretty much the same, it looks like.
Okay.
So we have to go to each thing.
Oh, do we have to deactivate the shielding? No, it's down. She's in her
Oh,
big
is it?
crab
No.
form.
Okay.
We just have to kill shit.
Oh, I see other trees. That's cool as fuck.
This is the one that does the bubbles, remember? There's the bubble. Let's break out our friends.
Oh.
Oh no, you're fine.
Our friend is a turtle.
Wow.
Oh shit, what the fuck?
How resourceful. I don't know what that was.
That was chain lightning.
Waterbolt Folly, I died too.
Yeah, you need to interrupt the storm.
Interrupts on the storm, I guess.
You can cloak.
Just click it.
Wow.
I can't do anything because I'm a little useless.
You can shout really loudly
I'll
though.
just yell about it.
I don't like this.
Then it just be.
Don't we have to get the orb?
Oh shit.
I don't think so.
No, we don't. It's already open.
1:30
It's
now.
already open.
Oh.
By the way, the 430 BOEs sell for a lot. So, enjoy your gold.
Make that money, Pam.
And there's probably benthic that's better for you.
It's not even an
I
upgrade. though.
I got the whatever
Only in-
wrists or
only in
gloves
this
or
place.
whatever and immediately sold it. Just immediately sold it.
If anyone needs those hands, I already have better.
I need it for money.
Sell it. I
Yeah,
broke
that's
back.
a good to use.
Yeah, just go get your 150 gold. Just 150,000 gold.
That'll
that
pay
could
for a
be-
token.
Or that could be a part of a mount or several mounts, right?
That's half a frog right there.
Or
That's 1/70th of the auction house.
or 1/4.
Why am I dying?
Rust Bowl.
It's a good question, Cal.
Because
Or
we're
would
all
you
just
want to
stabbing
look
you
like
very
they
lightly
die
so you
or-
don't notice.
Actually, so
It's true, it's just prophesized, Cal.
It's my destiny.
I shouldn't have used that, because now I can't change talents on cooldown.
But Azurite beams. Pew pew.
It sucks that they don't let you change it while it's on cooldown.
They probably do that so you can't do some shenanigans with it.
Those guys hit so fucking hard.
I knew Lady Ashfane was a little overweight, but isn't this kind of overdoing?
We're gonna break
That's
5
rude.
now since we forgot to do it earlier.
Just too excited to kill Ajara, clearly.
Is did Martin leave? I thought he was just AFK.
We were gonna invite him back when he's back.
I'll get it.
He got fucking exiled from the group.
He was too shitty to play with.
He did die really early
Vetoed, yeah.
on normal.
He got carried to normal Ashara.
Yeah.
You should tell his mythic guild.
Are we the only guild on server that has that kill?
No.
I'd hope not.
No. There
There's
were like
three other-
4.
3 other guilds that got it before.
And I
How
assume
far are
there's
they on
more
heroic?
guilds.
Since we-
Well, there was
Everybody's 3-8 heroic.
There, I assume they're ahead of us this week.
How do you even show normal on WoW Progress?
Just click the drop down menu and select normal.
I don't see the drop down menu. Or there's a lot of them. Any faction raids week recruitment.
I posted the link in general. And
Oh, you're using Raider.io. I was on WoW Progress.
Oh, Raider IO is better.
They're
UI.
about the same in terms of having that stuff on it.
there's heroic.
So the Dark Wolf gang doesn't have any heroic kills.
So we
You
need
should
to get Ajara down. We'll be
Go
top
rub
of
it
the
in their
guild, probably.
faces.
No, we won't. They don't care about that. It's her. You know, we jumped people that had killed Ashara before us because they hadn't killed 3.
Checking who's back. We'll wait for Chanta. While we wait, I'm sure you've noticed, but last time we did this fight, it took forever and we died. But the enraged timer on this fight kind of is the Coral, but also every time she grows back her shield, it's bigger than the time before. So it's not like you can kind of attrition it out, right? The fight becomes progressively harder as it goes on. So we want to kill her in fewer regenerates than is possible.
And keep waves from reaching her.
Yes. But
no,
it's
wait.
What?
When the apparently when the shield is down, don't touch any of the bubbles and let the bubbles hit her.
Yeah, let the bubbles hit her when the shield is down.
Really?
And we can't.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't go more than 3 shields.
Yeah, definitely not.
I mean, 3 is going to be dicey.
Oh,
so-
I see.
We're definitely gonna get 2, so we probably should lust during the 3rd shield.
Yeah.
That's
Lust
what my assumption is.
Lust on the 3rd.
I would go off on the 3rd
Phase
shield.
1.
Second time her shield goes down.
Oh, the second time her shield goes down, I see. Not the first time. We were doing
I
it
mean-
the first time before. I guess
We
cooldowns
shouldn't-
won't line up, but
Yeah.
more people are alive.
I mean, we're going to need everyone alive. It's a DPS
We shouldn't
check
be
anyway.
doing it when her shield's down, honestly.
You don't think so?
I don't think we're gonna have the DPS even with lust to do it in 2.
I guess if the lust doesn't gain us, like make us skip a shield phase, then there's no real point to it, right?
True.
Then what?
Like the lust is only important in that it would help us kill her before her shield regenerates an extra time. But if that doesn't if it doesn't do enough damage, if that doesn't increase our damage enough to get us that, then it's kind
We
of
can try it once in the first phase 2. The first time her shield goes down, if we get her down like 60%.
I would wait till second. I'd wait till second just because cooldowns will be a little bit
Let's
better.
try it the second, and then we'll have a
doesn't
log
really
of it,
matter
and then
anyway.
we can go back and see how fast she was losing health and whatever.
What were you saying,
whatever.
Berasmus?
I'm just saying we would need to do like 40%. If we're gonna do it in 2 phases, we have to do 40% without lust and 60% with it, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, we're definitely gonna have at least 2 non-shield phases, so I don't see what the harm is in doing it in the
So-
second time.
When the rippling wave hits her when her shield is down, it doesn't give her any shield back.
No,
Is that what
doesn't
you're
do
saying?
anything.
Nope.
Oh, okay. So we should let it hit her. I see.
Yes,
Yes.
because then
Okay.
yeah.
I was under the impression it regenerated her shield even when it was down.
Nope.
All right. Well, that's good. It'll cut down on healing requirements that phase for sure. Okay. Is Martin coming back, or should we just pull?
Go ahead and do some pulls. I'm sure if he's back, I'll invite him. If not, it's whatever.
Martin is a very mysterious fellow.
So
He's just kind of a
for
dick.
3-minute cooldowns, use it on the first shield, and then the 3rd time that we have her unshielded.
The second time she's unshielded.
So save all your CDs for non-shield phase.
I guess that makes sense too. I don't know, but it also speeding up the
4,
shield phases is
3,
important for
2,
reducing the amount of
1.
coral. So just use them on pull.
Oh well, so then I'm just gonna save.
Our coral's up.
Upsurge. Rippling wave.
You do want to block these bubbles.
Yes.
Upsurge.
Are you stacking on the tank?
for?
Go 10 yards in front of the tanks.
In front of
Yeah.
the tanks.
Go
and
10 yards in
bubbles.
front of the tank.
There's bubble.
Make sure your bubble does not touch anybody.
All right, and break him out.
Rippling wave.
Okay.
Upsurge.
Get Savash up.
I can't take that bubble because I already have a debuff.
Upsurge. Rippling wave.
Soak these.
All right, let the bubbles go in now, guys. If you're melee, don't stand there and just soak the bubbles. Watch if they come in and don't get hit by them.
Valuable move. Savash move.
Upsurge.
Yeah, I'm.
Get as many as you can with this.
We need to get this one. Everyone just ran away from this close one, guys. One person could have just stood next to it and kept DPSing and let the other person get the.
Your corpses will feed the depths.
Get these
Bring up
bubbles down,
bubble.
guys.
Arcing as right.
You can get more of the rest.
Much better.
Get
there, too.
two corals at one.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. If you can line up 3, you can get 3.
You
Carapace
can
is
just
up.
use your cat. You can like definitely get back there if you can.
There's coral right next to her.
It's fine. Just leave her. And now continue. Go back to soaking bubbles, guys.
Rippling
Maybe
wave.
we'll need to get the soak to the closest one.
Upsurge.
Drown like the rats you
Out.
Melee stand between.
Rippling wave.
You were standing too close.
die, vermin.
Upsurge.
Bubbles are gonna need soaking coming in.
Die, vermin.
Upsurge. Rippling wave.
Here come wave.
Drown like the rats you are.
Too far moving.
How long I've waited
Cut.
for
The-
that.
Upsurge.
How many corals did we have up when her shield
2.
came back the first? Okay.
There were 2 up. It definitely needs to be 0 for the first phase.
Yeah. The bubbles just do so much that it's, or not the bubbles, the waves that look like bubbles do so much that having 2 more coral is basically the difference between dying when they spawn and not dying.
You gotta get this. Pretty much get all the corals down before the shield goes back up.
Drown like the rats you are. How
I mean,
long
soaking the
I've
wave should also
waited
be
for
staggered.
that.
Rippling
Yeah, we
wave.
don't need to all stack them at the same time. It's too much to go through.
Is this
But it's hard to, coordinate that.
Well, especially when the
I
corals
mean-
get randomly put like right next to them.
Yeah, sometimes they're, varying distances and oh well. So yeah, let's pop she spawns more corals over the course of her shell phases, right? And she doesn't spawn new ones when the shell is down? Is that how it works?
You'll know for sure.
She never spawns them when the shell's down. When the shell is up, then she spawns them on a set timer, and obviously it's more because those phases last longer. The shell's
Right.
But yeah, I mean, ultimately, when we clear, we should have 0
That's
to
an
1
argument in favor of using Lust on the shield.
Yeah, that's why you use it on the shield for that last shield because it's the biggest one.
Okay, let's do that then. That is, I think that's a
But
better idea.
yeah, if we know or think we're going to get one, I don't know how far she got. She got down 66%, so I think we're probably not going to be able to. In
No,
two
we're not gonna be able
phases.
to do 2 phases. So we'll save Lust for the third shield that goes up.
Yeah.
Well, it's 60-40, right? To do it in 2.
We didn't have that though. We were
We had
66.
66.
not
We were
61.
66,
Wow,
but like
how
you
that
know,
works.
you can increase. I think
close.
efficiency.
I
You
think-
can increase
You
by
know,
10%.
for example, if a person were to put gems,
Okay,
You
well that
could
was
improve.
If your healer were to put gems in, increase raid DPS by 10%.
Here's what we'll say. Here's what we'll say. If we look like we're gonna 60-40 it, we'll pop Lust during the second
one.
shield
Yeah.
down phase.
We can make
But
that
if it doesn't
decision on
look
the
like we're
fly
gonna do that,
if she's at 60, yeah. And if she's not, then we can do it later. But I think the arcing azurite clearing all the coral is probably the biggest thing that'll
Yeah.
determine success.
Okay, so are we using cooldowns at the beginning or not?
You should use them. Yeah, use them at the beginning, and they'll be up by the time
you're-
you need
Yeah,
them
if
for
your
Lust.
cooldowns are like 3-minute long ones, I'd maybe save them, but use your 2 minutes.
no, I think you should use them.
Mine are 9 minutes.
Because she was on her second shield when we died, right?
Yes.
And that was 5 minutes. So
And she
You're
was
gonna be
66%.
you're gonna be fine with
Yeah.
if you use all of them at the beginning.
But we should use them on the opener because that's it's a nice
with
time
your
to use them anyway.
pre-pots, because everybody's
Alright.
pre-potting.
Yeah, that happened. Okay.
But be more communicative when you get the arcing azurite. You know,
Yes, check Savage. So yes, you should.
Are
I'm
we
out of
trying to keep the range somewhat stacked up?
you want to be close enough that you get healed, and then spread enough so that you can soak the waves easily and run in when you get the bubble on you.
We're not stacking now.
Thanks, Rasmus.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll tear you apart!
Upsurge. Rippling wave. Upsurge.
Your corpses will feed the depths.
Get them together, guys. Get the shields together.
That's a hard.
I literally can't run any faster.
Break up Brasman.
I mean, a bunch of people got hit by the AoE while they had the bubble on.
I'm fucked.
How long I've waited for that.
Not today.
Upsurge. Rippling wave.
Impossible.
Alright, shields down.
Do
Let
not
it
get hit by the
go in,
bubbles.
go in.
Do not get hit by the bubbles.
Should we all go stack up somewhere where we lay on the edge?
No.
Just watch yourself.
You have to move for the
Why
azurite
break
anyway.
bubbles?
Upsurge. Arcing Azurite.
Alright, you try to get rid of all of them, guys.
I'm staying in. Teos, keep going.
Your corpses will feed the depths.
Bubbles.
Much better, Brandy, but we'll say.
It should be like this every time.
Arcing Azurite. Upsurge.
Fuck.
What are they at? 2 coral up? Not bad.
We didn't get many the
needs to
first
be
I was that
zero.
worse.
Upsurge. Rippling wave. Upsurge.
Your corpses will feed the depths.
Rippling wave.
To get that.
You do not need to stack all the pulls together, guys. Get like 4 in a row.
Upsurge. Rippling wave.
Drown like the rats you are. Die, vermin.
Upsurge. Rippling wave.
Oh.
Upsurge.
Is the shield down?
No, it's still a little bit.
Drown like the impossible.
There we go. No, it's down.
Fuck my ass.
How long I've waited for that.
Upsurge.
So practice the Arcing Azurite here.
Arcing Azurite.
I've waited for that.
So guys, I feel like the easiest
get
way to
another
do
one?
this is to, if one of the person is melee, that the other
got
person goes
3.
and tries to line up as many corals as they can with the melee person, unless the melee person's other person is the tank, in which case the melee person needs to do it. Otherwise, everyone's just gonna be running around like the chickens with their head cut
It's
off.
just hard to make those decisions on the fly, I think.
Are people aware of when they're linked with tanks?
You should maybe call
All
that
you
out.
have to do is you just look at your
Arcing Azurite.
see. I mean, you look at the top of your head and match it up with across the
Yeah,
room.
but there's a big boss in the way, so it might just be
Looks like
safe to stay out of the
there's a
tanks.
DBM window that'll
That is
show
true. I mean, there's plenty
things.
of ways you can find out, but it's also easy for
Let's
a
let's
tank
try
to be
to
like, I have
figure that
I have
out.
red, or I have yellow, or I have whatever color.
If you just say tank yellow, tank blue, like 2 words, it'd be easy for someone to know, oh, I got a.
Yeah, specifically when it's a tank.
Yeah, no
Otherwise-
one else.
This sounds
Just-
like a melee problem to me.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Okay, so explain the bubble strat. When are we blocking bubbles and when are we letting?
So the bubbles, not the bubbles. The bubbles are the things that encase the
Yeah,
our
okay,
So
the wave,
orbs-
the wave bubbles.
the
the
waves that
orb.
look like bubbles. The waves that look like bubbles, when they reach her, when her carapace is up, they will regenerate her carapace. So we do not want them to reach her at that time, right? That's why we block them with our bodies. In the phase where her carapace is down, even if the bubbles reach her, they don't do anything to her. She doesn't gain any shield back because of it. So we don't have to soak them with our bodies.
The journal says it adds 10% to
Yes,
her.
but empirically, it does not do that when her shield is down.
Okay.
Also, could the tank, if they on the bubble, if they have to go buy a piece of coral, could they run to the inside? Otherwise, range
What?
have to run around the coral to get to the stack point.
Well, you need to be. If you're going to be too slow to get to the stack point, you need to keep moving and be slightly in front all the time, so you're close.
Or
If
just
you
be
don't
kind of
have a
near
speed
the middle.
boost.
Well,
You can see when they're coming
kinda
out.
Not fair to say because it
You
was
have
like
to.
everybody who had it that one time. It wasn't
Yeah,
one
you
person.
you
that
need to
was
be.
No,
There's no
it was
reason for you
it
to
was
be
you and
far away.
Melissa because you guys don't have speed boosts. That's the
No,
problem.
there were three bubbles out.
And it was
And
probably 3
the
range
tank
people,
was
but
off by himself.
There's only ever
DBM
two
shows
in
when they're
the
coming
tank.
out, right? So if
Yeah, you can see the timer.
see them coming out,
so
you can
they
start
are
moving.
always going to be slightly in front of where the boss is, and the boss is moving slowly around the whole time.
Okay, so stack point is going to constantly move.
yes, the stack point is always moving. It's always relative to where the boss is, and the boss is always
10
moving.
yards ahead of where the boss is.
I was just thinking that even with that, a warlock portal might be useful.
Yeah, it might be. If you luck
But
out.
if you're ranged, you can stand kind of in the
You should be
center-ish
spread
area of the
around
room,
center, and
right? And
get
then you
to
can
the
rotate.
edge regardless of where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so if you end up they're pulling away from you because of where you've set up, you need to run over toward.
Yeah.
You need to
I'm
make
not
sure.
gonna go to the center because I won't be able to make it in.
What immunities can get out of the bubble?
I'm too slow.
Probably.
Most
Yeah,
of
but
them.
yeah, well, we'll see what happens.
Probably Iron Block.
We're getting a bad. Yeah, that's really nice.
I'm so sorry. I didn't actually know that did that.
We just need Dalian dot now, and we're good.
Yeah,
All right, let's do.
Oh my god.
It's okay. I put a blinder
What
down.
were you going to
I'm
say?
so sorry.
It's the combo when you get the white swirly circles down, you have to move out of the way. Sometimes you can't move towards the head because you just got 3 or 4 more of those circles. So you're basically
You
up shit.
olds, you can just position yourself at the stack point and then move out of the stack point when you don't have the bubble.
That's
There's no
also
reason
true.
not to stand there, not to
Until
stand
the
there
bubbles
unless
come
the
up,
bubbles.
If you want to be
close to it.
standing ahead of the boss,
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
just need to
let
make
him
sure
run
you
towards
move out of it when the bubbles get there.
I guess you could encase yourself if you really felt like it.
You just want to chill
Let's
out.
do one more, and then it'll be time. We hit 66 again, so maybe with another week of gear and Azurite, we can push it to 6.
And
next
Benthic.
year.
Don't forget Benthic.
That's for pearl collectors.
Yeah, I spent like 150 pearls and essences.
I've spent
5,
over 400 so far.
4, 3, 2, 1.
No! I'll tear you apart!
Rippling wave. Upsurge.
Get that one.
Our first bubbles are coming.
Feed the depths!
Rippling wave.
All
Give
immunities.
everybody immunity out of it.
Awesome.
Upsurge.
Impossible!
Okay, do not block any bubbles.
There won't be any.
Azurite in 10 seconds. Be prepared to get the shit down.
Upsurge. Arcing Azurite.
Red's red. Okay.
Red.
Vote ban. Just vote one. Keep running vote ban. See where I am. I'm on.
I can't even see you.
We're on the box.
Oh, we all did the same ones. If you see someone with a symbol over their head near your coral, go to a different coral.
I was looking for red. I just didn't even see. Sorry.
All right, there's a bubble. Oh, go. Oh, God.
Why the hell are people with bubbles chasing me?
All right, break him out.
Arcing Azurite.
Guys, go do Azurite. Go do Azurite.
I've got yellow.
We got these two in the back for blue.
Yeah, red will get. No, suffering. You need to stay where you are. Oh. Suffering, you can't move around when you have that thing. That arcing out.
You should have killed me when you had that chance.
Unlucky.
I just popped equipment.
Upsurge. Rippling wave.
I mean, she still takes damage during this phase, so.
No, I
Upsurge.
just did her off. Wasted.
Your corpses will feed the depths.
Rippling wave.
Here come waves.
Upsurge. Upsurge. Rippling wave.
Try and stagger these guys. Try and stagger them. Don't just run through them like that.
You are. How long I've waited for that.
Upsurge.
Res in 30 seconds, Jenna.
Rippling wave.
Don't block the bubbles.
Just, oh god.
Ouch.
Don't block bubbles, guys. Just let them hit.
Upsurge.
You can res somebody, not the
Res anyone.
Right.
They res somebody.
Eh.
I'm red.
JKM ran all the way out to try to get as many coral as possible. And
I'm
died.
a model student. It's not this. The tank one is never the same color, right?
No, it's
Yeah, it's random. That's a pain.
The convenience always like red.
53%, that's improvement.
We lost a little DPS time because we had some extra bubbles on that one. So she was at 68 when she transitioned instead of 66. It'll improve. We just have to, maybe there's some secret strat to the Azurite that we haven't
Oh, we're
figured out.
leaving up too many coral. I mean, that's one of the big issues. That
Yeah.
and bubble
I
stacking.
think if we can get through the first shield phase with no coral up when she transitions back, then that second kind of shield carapace phase is a lot easier. So everybody will stay alive and we'll do a lot more damage and we'll get through it faster. And then the next shield down phase will be easier.
Yeah, I mean, for most of us, there's only 3 mechanics of the fight: stacking bubbles, the coral, and then whether or not to soak.
We might need to work on some sort of staggering order for the bubbles, because I definitely think one part of the reason we started losing people was just, like there's like 4
Maybe
bubbles
we
popping
could
on
just
side.
have.
Here's
Well, the
thing.
best thing-
There's never no. There's never any problem with bubbles if the corals are fine.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
not that many.
but
it's fine, it's
the
fine.
other thing is you don't need to like go out in the middle of the room to soak them, and if you're ranged, you should probably just try to avoid soaking them because they're automatically staggered if you just let them hit the melee.
Tate told me to get one, and I got it.
Yeah, don't.
I mean, range should be getting them because they do also leave a
They put a
stacking bubble.
dot
You
on
can't
you,
just
and
have
if you
melee
have
take all.
multiple, then it
Yeah,
gets
the
bad.
Don't we have like
the ones
72
that are
melee?
really close, and then it's easier for the range to stagger because it's easier for us to see
I'm not
each
that
other.
worried about that part of it. If we clean the other stuff up, we'll be fine.
On the Arcing Azurite, if the people heading out say their name, their color, and which way they're heading, left or right, that could clear up some things.
We'll
like,
put up some, probably put up some like color markers, and you can kind of call it out and try to be on like opposite ends of the room or something. it's just it's difficult because there's also the barnacles on the ground, and so some of the ones that are like at the edge of that don't usually get somebody in them, so it's just a pain. But let's
Yeah,
try to
and
figure
just
out,
people
maybe
with
watch
speed
some.
boosts have to move farther than people who don't have speed boosts. And
Yeah,
Right.
maybe
If you're double melee, one of you can run, but if you're melee and ranged, melee don't run out and try to, get.
Do you know who
So
I
my
am?
one request is, if you got the bubble, is don't run to the center of the room, because that's where I was getting. That's where two of us got caught.
Well, it's just that one set early on. In the second set of bubbles, you've got the swirlies you have to avoid, and people tend to scatter willy nilly when the white swirlies come out.
We'll re-clear starting on Tuesday next week. But thanks everyone for coming.
you.
Congratulations on your. I guess there's no ahead of the curve for normal, is there?
We're on the curve.
On the curve.
On the curve. Curve writing.
Recursive.
Oh, where do we hand in this stupid quest? I missed that.
For
it was
the
right there at the
ring?
flight point.
Ah. I gotta go back and do that.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Because if you're
Okay.
standing next to one and they're standing next to a different one, you can then take the last 2 seconds to align yourself such that it goes through both.
Oh, but it's so hard to figure out 3 lines going across a room.
Again, it's not. especially if, like, again, it's always going to be like the end point is always usually going to be somewhere in the melee stack or at the tank. You should be able to figure it out, but who knows?
So what I'm hearing is get good at geometry, and what I'm really hearing is pay attention to coral placement prior to beams, so that you can go and like put them in a good place.
But I mean, the problem is you never know who's the person you're gonna have and where they're gonna be. I mean, they could be in a completely different position than you were expecting them to be to get the line of coral you wanted to get. So you just really have to know who your partner
Yeah, and
is.
there's going to be
He's running out. He always runs out. He always runs as far out as
there's going to be like one really sexy line of 3 coral heading straight for the melee. Don't go for that one. Because someone else is going to go for that one. Go for one of the non-sexy ones off to the side that nobody's going to get.
That's like the economist joke I heard a long time ago, where 2 economists are walking down the street, $100 bill blows by, and the one looks at the other, goes, "Aren't you going to pick that up?" He said, "No. If it was a real $100 bill, somebody would have picked it up." All right, it wasn't that funny.
I know. I appreciated it.
I was busy looting. And yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that difficult of a boss. It's just, I don't know. Some people are gonna have problems with.
It's simple enough that I can understand it.
I mean,
it should not be hard.
Because I have to down that boss in Orgazoa pretty much every week. So
Orgazoa is easier than that one.
Oh, Orgazoa and Queen's Court, I think, are way easier than this fight.
I wasn't awake for Queen's Court, but how unforgiving is the 2 spell in a row? It just silences you for like 2 seconds.
It's
right?
not a big deal. Like
It's
it's not
1
really
second.
a DPS. It's like 4 seconds. It's not really a DPS check. It doesn't really matter. You shouldn't do it, but it's not probably gonna make or break the thing.
It might be hard for a shaman.
No, I'm okay. My Demon Hunter has more simultaneous spells in a row. Fire mages are probably the worst. Or arcane, but they're not really a thing.